the meeting?
Nope.
What do you think,
I
buddy?
don't
You ready?
need beer.
You ready to start the meeting? Huh?
He's got you covered. Yeah.
All right. Well, look. Now we've got our new member of our table, round table discussion. What do you got to say about this year, Ace?
He's done.
All right. So we are doing a video on Incredible Tiny Homes for the. This is the end of the year. What New Year's Eve is tomorrow.
Yes.
And we wanted to bring this video to all of our subscribers. We're almost to 94,000, aren't we? And look, Tom.
Tom's not happy.
Sorry, I just threw up.
You know, he smells Tom's awesome coffee with
Yeah.
whipped cream in it. Look what he's got, Amanda.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tom knows how to do it. It's like Starbucks when
So
he does
this
it.
is a rare occasion.
Cheaper.
Now, so we have a meeting every day at 4:30, and it's been, I think, and we're all going to talk about this, but I think it's been what do you call it, career changing, business changing, everything has changed, staying on the same page, what we do. But we wanted to go today and get everybody together, wanted to show our subscribers and the world about what Incredible Tiny Homes is, what we have accomplished in the last year and where we're at. I'd like to, very seldom we get time to, I don't get time to talk to Albert or Bart that much, and Tom and I talk a little bit, but we don't get to really know how you guys are feeling about the business and what's going on. We're so slamming busy. So in the future, I like to be able to have time to understand what's going on with everybody and how we're all seeing the business and having their input on everything, So this is, I think, a rare opportunity. I don't know any other company in the country this is a real deal. You guys are sitting down at the table of how we work.
Yeah.
And the people behind it. We got the girls, they're still in the office, they're too busy, they can't even come in here because we're getting slammed here, with some sales and stuff and everything that we got to do. So start off, Will, you've been here, it's almost a year now, right?
Just over a year.
Just
I
over a
came
year.
on board, moved to August 31st and started September 1st.
Yeah.
I think, so just over a year.
Just over a year. And Albert, you've been with us,
December 1st will be 4 years.
and that's something.
Yeah.
So you've been here 4 years now.
Yeah.
Same
Right.
thing. I moved here
March.
next day.
Yeah.
March will be 4. Brian, you've been here just over a year, right?
I've been here since March
March
this year.
of last year. Of this year. Okay, so just under a year. And
Dave Rodriguez isn't here, but he's been
yeah,
with us
Dave's
for a
not
while.
here. Yeah, Dave just got here too.
Yep.
So of course Tom and I started this whole thing, and
Tom's from infancy.
yeah. So what I want to do is let's reminisce a little bit back. I liked how you said, man, Randy, Will's real encouraging because he sees how far we've come and knows how much Tom and I worry about stuff, and Tom and I can't believe we're not related because our brains work exactly the same. We never accomplish enough. We always feel like we're behind the 8 ball, and we can't ever do enough to feel accomplished, And Will sees that, and he's been telling us, hey, think about where you come from, Randy, in a year. And you've been here a year.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys can add in if you want, but
Yeah, well, when Becky and I moved here, the forest wasn't done yet, right? And I started right off working with Tom, and there was probably 26, 28 homes that were in the finishing stages that had things that were, I kind of took that over and made sure that those got finished. You hired a few guys to help and get that all knocked out, but that got done last year, and you had a goal of getting the Thunderdome extended by 100 feet.
Yep.
And at the end of the year, we had the trusses built, but we never had time to put them up. So, and December 1st, I think we went live on the forest, and I just remember in January when we met, you're like, I want this to be the year of perfection. And, it was a big task because it was still a whole bunch of stuff to do. But I look back and I think, wow, the trusses are up, you got an extra 100 feet on the building. You did the 10 by 20 special, the 8 by 24 ESP special, so you came out with 2 ESP lines in this year, right?
Mhm.
And now you just, at the end, you put the Incredibox out there. So that's 3 separate lines of houses that you came out with in the same year, right?
wow. Yeah.
You switched gears, you brought in supervisors, which I think has helped the whole overall process.
Sure. Yeah.
We've got part of the inventory. We brought Brian in
Yep.
the inventory, and that's all done now. Like everything that from the plumbing fixtures to
Everything's
like I
counted.
said, everything. It's all counted. All the lumber, all the doors.
Everything is counted. We know exactly what we have on this property.
Yeah, so it's pretty amazing to think of all that. And then you got the beach went live, right?
Yeah.
You got the beach live.
When did the beach go live?
It was summertime.
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
right after Brian came on.
Okay,
I think Brian
yeah,
worked to get
July,
that.
July, yep.
You know,
July,
so
I
I
got
mean,
that fired up, and then
yeah.
that was my main concern was to
Yeah.
get the 2 properties open this year.
Yeah.
so that was the integral part. Of, you know, he got that going, and
Yeah.
then
Put Brian in
again,
charge
people
of
were
that.
like, "Wow, you'll never get to the prairie," you know. And
Yeah.
now the prairie's live. We've got
Before
a
the
few
end of the
houses
year.
on the
It's
prairie
done.
now.
All 3 properties before the end of this year. I told you we do it.
Yeah.
So
Just took some confidence and some hard going.
Yeah.
you know,
Got the right guys in there. Yeah.
I mean, so really, there's a lot there, and for people that are out there watching and think, you know, they don't see the progress. It is. I mean, for me personally, I've seen it because not only do I live here, I work here, and it's just that whole progression that there was never a stop. You know,
Yeah.
it was always a drive to keep going and almost a challenge. At least I see a challenge from you and Tom to Bart and Al. You know, challenging each other. How do we get better? You know, what do we need to do? And for me, it's really nice to be part of the supervisor crew in helping form and change. Like you're open to suggestions and ideas, and there's never a stupid suggestion or a stupid idea. We talk about it and we come to a conclusion. That's rare in business.
Good. Yeah, I can see all that. You know, the biggest thing that I know Tom and I struggle with, and I know now that you guys are in here, I'm sure you do too, is that we have a build list, you know, and we have people that are waiting for their homes, and it kills us that they're not done yet. It hurts the business. It hurts, you know, we want our customers to have their homes. So we never feel accomplished because we know we got so much more to do. And it's, how are we going to get that rolling? So if you're watching this video and you're home, you feel like, oh yeah, you got all this. I can hear somebody saying, oh, you did all this stuff, but my house is not built yet. And I understand. And that's what we think in the back of our head right there. I never feel that a sense of accomplishment because I know I've got all this. That's why I've never moved into a house.
Right.
I felt guilty living in a house that I've got to build homes for people.
Yeah, we're doing all this to be more efficient so we can build these homes.
Yes.
Better, faster, more efficient, you know,
Yeah.
across the board. We gotta get the build list done.
Yeah.
In order to do it, we need more building to be under. We need more guys out there building. They need to be dry. Materials, I mean,
And it takes so much time, don't it?
yeah.
Well, it does.
To make all that, like Tim was saying today, his brother-in-law was here. It's just such a curve.
Yeah.
It takes more time than you think to train guys, get all the inventory together, get the ground set up, the infrastructure set up, and you said, Randy, you went from we're building to boom,
Yeah, you
had
exploded.
100 homes to build within
Right.
a
You
couple
two
months.
couldn't do all this by yourselves.
There's no way.
No,
I
and,
need more
and
people to help.
yeah, most
Yeah.
businesses grow incrementally. You know, like okay, let's bring on a few more guys and build a little bit more. You didn't kind of have that luxury. You went, like I said, from a few homes to boom. Like okay, now you were constantly playing catch up and trying to get systems in place.
Yeah.
So you were always kind of behind the 8 ball, and it just by sheer
Well,
growth
the
of
whole
business.
reason he brought me on was because he built, what, 1 or 2, and then all of a sudden he had 10 on the list.
Yeah.
So from the first home,
Yep.
we've got a list.
Right?
That's exactly right. We had a list.
I mean,
And
it's
then you
fun.
added me.
Yeah.
And then we kept growing, so then we added Joseph,
Yep.
you know. Amanda used to do all the books, everything
Did
by herself.
everything.
Yeah.
So of course you added help.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
You
like
did everything until Alyssa. Well, you were on there
Yeah.
for 2 years
videos,
at doing all.
And,
Yeah.
all that.
and this is still a young company. What, 6 years? Going on
It'll be
7?
7 in May.
So I mean, that's almost unheard of.
It's phenomenal, actually.
It
It's
is-
crazy.
Well, I remember, and I know we talked about this before, but if you're new to our channel, I mean, I remember Tom and I working before you guys got here. We would work all day, we'd work all night, and we'd work into the next day without sleeping. And I've seen him stand up sleeping. I never thought. I've seen him just totally fall asleep. Sitting there. One day we worked all night, and it was about 4 in the morning. Him and Joseph, we had a park bench, and we sat outside on
Yeah.
that park, and it was cold.
Yeah.
And we sat on the park bench, and they both of them just fell asleep like that.
Gone.
And we've done that probably 20 times.
Yeah.
And I found out later on, it's the worst thing you can do for your body.
Sure.
It
horrible for
destroys your joints and your bones and your
Immune system,
your
everything.
metabolism and everything. But we
You got a
We've
mission.
done it.
You got goals. You got to hit it. That's it.
Yeah, we had a house that had to leave that morning or that next day and that evening. We did not stop to get it done, you know, and
You know, and that's also interesting because a lot of people don't realize that either. Like when there's a deadline to get this house out, like it's got to leave.
Yeah.
They don't see that there are people that work, you know, into the night or you know in the early morning to make sure that that house does meet that goal. Bart, Al,
Yeah.
anybody,
Yeah.
all you guys, it's. You know, nobody sees that because it's they only work till 5 and they go home and
Yeah.
no, there's guys here well into the evening.
oh yeah, so after him and I done this for a couple 3 years, and then you guys come on, and then we shared our pain with you all. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So you guys have
Till
done.
midnight.
You worked late nights, man, or even all night, maybe, you know. So it's been a lot to get here. I just know you know, now that you guys are here, I told you how much I appreciate the team of men and input. That you guys care about something. It's not just a job. You're not here just to punch a clock, and it's just I feel that weight easing off. I know Tom does too.
Oh yeah.
It's just
100%.
awesome to feel that way. I know when Tom come on, he helped me because you know you guys all know the story. Tom and I've been together for years, and whenever he's on a job site, I think him and I both know we just like it because he knows I got him, he's got me. We don't even talk about it. And it just works and it's done. And we don't argue about nothing. We just get it done, it's out the door. And whatever it takes, it's there. So you got that person, man, that's just pushing you up that ladder.
Yeah,
or
'cause
pulling you up.
I don't want him to outwork me.
Mm.
So I'm gonna do whatever's
No, you're not
necessary.
competitive at
to
all,
make sure he's
Tom.
doing it, I mean, you know.
Yeah, like we were putting screws on that building up there. I said, "Wait a minute, how come you're going so fast?"
Yeah.
Well, he had a screw in his gun already,
Sitting there
ready to
waiting.
go.
Yeah, it's like a bullet in the chamber.
Dirty dogs.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
always have the first screw in the
Done.
metal. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell everybody's age too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Just
Yeah.
to show
Why?
the difference.
Why?
have to.
Everybody tell their age.
42.
51.
61.
51.
I'll be 58 in February.
42.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. And all these guys are competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tad.
Especially
Just
him.
that.
What was it the other day? We were unloading something, and I grabbed 2, so then all of a sudden I look, and there's Tom grabbing 3. I'm like, seriously?
We got one I've ever seen.
Right?
10 loft boards.
You're not gonna beat me.
Joseph had 10 and dropped one. Couldn't do it.
Yeah. I'll throw one of
You
them
tried
up.
though.
I don't know what it is. It's
I
something
know.
in my
Yeah,
head.
10
I'll,
loft
Yep.
boards. That's a
No,
lot.
We
brothers
did it
and
ever
sisters?
since we've known each
I'll
other.
break my back.
You got brothers
to
and
win.
sisters?
Yeah, I got 5 sisters, 1 brother.
There's your competitive right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. If you're carrying 4 cinder blocks, I'm
God.
gonna carry one on my head.
Five.
Whatever they go for it.
Drag one behind you.
You know?
Woo! I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, we used to carry logs up mountains, remember?
Oh my gosh, Brothers Cove, the
16
resort we
foot
own.
logs.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I grabbed one, because I'm 20 years older
Older.
than him. and then his brother-in-law was 10 years younger, and then Jeremy
Yeah.
was 20 years younger, and I'm on the job, and I've grabbed big old log, man. Wah! They'd all grab. We were running through the woods with these logs. And
Yeah. I think we're all the same competitiveness
oh
too.
my God. Yeah, and all of them, him and the other 2 guys, complete contractors, licensed contractor. Within 2-3 years after meeting me and all that, they were killing it out there, you know. And it's so cool. I always wanted to see them grow, and they did very well, you know, financially. It's just
But that competitiveness helps. I mean,
Yeah.
it does. It really does.
Yeah.
It pushes.
never had a negative word to say to each other. Never.
That is
Nope.
There's a lot of testosterone there too.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Well, yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
And that's the environment that we came out of. It was like if it was too cold, nobody ever said it was cold. Nobody ever said it was too hot.
Y'all probably thinking it, but I ain't
And when it
saying
rained, nobody said nothing about rain. Nobody said we're going home. I mean, it was never ever a word said. You just grind, man. And then if it got hard on somebody, you could tell. I mean, somebody does something stupid. It was so cold one time we were on the roof. Jeremy took off his shirt. He said, "Let's work without our shirts today." And it was like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
That's all right. We all took our shirts off. We're like, "Rah!" Working in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Jeremy
one
shot
wanted to
his,
be weak.
huh?
Nobody wanted to be the weak one.
Nobody wanted to be the weak one.
Yeah.
Jeremy shot his toe with a nailer, floor nailer, nailed his foot to the floor. I didn't even know he's nailing on the subfloor. Bam! He said, hey, Randy. I said, yeah, what's up? He goes, bring a hammer and a 2x4 with you, would you? I went over there and put a block of wood. He said, yeah, can you pull that nail out of my toe? I pulled that nail out of his toe, and I said, man, you're gonna. He said, I'm good. He put his foot up there, and he took his knife, and he cut the boot out, the toe. He said, let's go. I was, oh my God, right
Wow.
through the nail, or through the head of that thing.
Yeah.
The next day, we were setting trusses, and he's running around up there with his toe hanging out. It was 15 degrees outside, and he's setting trusses, running up there with his toe hanging out, and the nail was bit. Man. So anyway, just stuff like that is good memories.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
Cool.
but the negative is what really destroys me. That I had never been around. I don't want to get off on this or anything, but I think about motivation and about men and people and in this whole. This is such a dynamic of bringing people into work. And I think I was maybe talking to Tom about it. But when you bring people in, no, you and I were talking about. There's a dynamic of. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a life, you know. He comes in and he's got a wife and some kids, and you don't know what they're going through at home. And then they bring it here. And some of these other guys, they've been through PASS, and all that comes in. And I remember a customer one time said, how many employees you have? And I said, I only had 25 or 30 at the time. He said, you can have them. He said, I don't want more than 9. He said, I can't deal with the drama, you know. And I thought to myself, yeah, drama can get old, but at the same time, I'm wired about, I care about them. You know, I don't, to me it's not drama, to me it's life. I got drama in my life. We all got it. And if we want to get bigger, if we want to be I don't know, I just like doing what I'm doing, we're all going to have drama.
Yeah.
You know?
It's life.
And so I didn't see it as a hardship. I didn't see it as something negative. I seen it as something, what can we do to get through this drama? So that's why I always said in some of the meetings, I'll say, when you come here, leave all that at the gate. And you're amongst men that we all have the same stuff. Nobody's better, nobody's less. And this is a place of refuge.
Yeah.
So when you can come here, try to eliminate all that's in your life and come here and just focus on one thing, and knowing that there's other people behind you that care about you. They're not going to give you crap for what you're going through, you know. And so if we can continue to give that environment here, I know we've had to let a couple guys go, and Tom and I were talking about today, man, their hearts are broke when they have to leave here.
Yeah.
But we're raising that standard, you know, and even though we really like them as guys and they're almost friends to us, if they don't keep that standard, being here and on time, doing what they're supposed to do, we can't keep them because everybody else is keeping that standard, you know.
Right.
And even though in this day and time where it's hard to find people to work, your brother-in-law came here and said today, how do you find these guys? We got 40 guys running around here, 35, 40 guys. And they come here every day. They don't want to miss work. I mean, some of them are, and we're on them, you know. But I think it's the environment that we're trying. It's not perfect, but we're trying to get across to everybody that there's an environment here like that. You know?
Well, I mean, it's still a small company, and everybody relies on each other. You know,
Yeah.
so when one guy is out, it ripples.
Yeah.
You feel it all the way down. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yep. So like we take this list of men that work here, that are the workers, and so what we do at the end of every day is we go through all these lists and we say, what's this guy going to do tomorrow for us? And we go, everyone, he's on this house, that house, this, and we've got a list of jobs throughout the day. Bart, he'll take a note, or Albert will take a note, say, hey, tomorrow we got to get this done and that done. So who's the best candidate to do this, and put them over here and knocking things out. Now I know we're knocking out a bunch of houses, and once that's all done and we're completed done, then we're going to be focusing on new construction and the new plan coming in, you know. But I want to ask Albert, you've been a supervisor for how long?
Just 4 months maybe.
4th month?
Yeah.
And you're a custom builder forever.
Yep.
He came in here and gave him the hardest build. First he walked in the door, gave him the hardest house to build when he
Yeah.
first came here 4 years ago.
It was a hard one.
That was a tough one. But
We're building one now just like it, but yeah.
yeah. And one thing I like about Albert is when he came on, his temperament is so much like Tom and I. You know, his temperament is easy going. He's just,
Do it.
yeah, just do
Do
it.
it.
There's no complaint. Really, that's pretty much all of us in here. But
Yeah.
I don't know, there's, he came on. He'd been here, and I was able to work with him and stuff, and it was just neat seeing you. But so, what do you think about the supervising?
Oh, it's the best. I love watching it grow. Like everybody's together as a team. It's what it needs.
Has it changed since you started 4 months ago? Is it what's it?
Yeah, we're definitely
Doing?
Yeah, showing a lot more improvement with the guys and getting them rounded up, and even Will and Bart and all of us. You guys seem to be a little more easier minded with us coming on board and helping. But yeah, it's
Good.
Definitely showing a big improvement.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then we got, of course, Bart. You came on. You've been a builder. He's got an immense amount of experience. I mean, he started since you're 20 years old and been a carpenter. And now he's 64. And
Dog years. He does his dog. Will does.
No.
He does.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
He's a couple years older than Will.
Yeah. But Bart
pull
brought
it
in a lot of experience. Bart is a very meticulous guy when it comes to building, and he does an excellent job. And so sometimes that can be, and I've watched him struggle a little bit with supervising because he is so meticulous. To be a supervisor, now you got all these guys that are not as meticulous as him,
Yeah.
and he's like spinning. He's like, I got to stay here, and and it's just hard to do that. So, but you being on I've heard you talk to Tom. There's things he knows about stuff that we didn't know about because he's done a lot of all these other little things, like that spigot pulling this inside out of the water faucet out. There was some things that I thought was cool, and he's a tool geek. So he knows about all these niches and that. So him having the supervising brought in another aspect of Albert. You know, the different personalities and
We bounce
interests.
off each other all day long.
Yeah.
So it's necessary to have that communication with Will. He knows where everything's at. The communication we use with the radios. Oh my God.
That's
The
a
walking.
game changer,
That's
isn't it?
yeah. I just
Yeah,
where are
that's
you
a
at?
major
You know,
thing.
I need you where you at. And it's
Yeah.
just instant. I love it.
Brian and the inventory.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no question. Bringing Brian in
Ah.
because it was always a difficult spot. Like you never find that right person
Oh,
to
yeah.
to handle it, to maintain it, to keep it organized. And,
Yeah. We had to go find it. You know.
yeah,
It's just
and
what you do.
now it's well, I mean, like I said, everything's counted. He knows where everything is.
Yep.
It's all counted. That's huge.
Yep. And Brian has the perfect personality for being in there, even though we're getting flack for it. He's from New Jersey.
Joyce.
You know what? What they say, New Jersey is the armpit of New York or something like that. I think you said that or somebody said that.
Probably Mike.
That's just,
Probably-
Mike. So we got Mike from Jersey, you're from Jersey,
Yep.
I think some other people around here, but he doesn't take any crap from anybody, and you got to have that in that inventory room.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks they can walk in there and get whatever they want. So he cut the door in half and locked it and said, all right, what do you want as a storefront, you know? But,
I mean, it's a better way because, I mean, I've worked for a lot of places and done a lot of stuff, construction. You know, I've been throughout the fields. You know, mechanics, boat mechanics, and just seeing different places that have a lot of stuff that they have to use every day, and not having any control of it. And everybody walking in and out, taking whatever they need. It kind of killed me a little bit in one way, and I was like, how are they keeping control of this? But I had a set, I had to get the beach done, I had to get the prairie done, and now that you threw this in my hands, I see what's going on, and it's working much better now.
Yeah.
We know exactly what we have. There's no question. Like, do we have this part? Yes, we do. How many? Oh, we got 20 of them. Let's
Awesome.
go get them.
That's
You know
great.
what I mean? So we know everything's accountable, and now we can just go forward and make life much easier for everybody else here. They don't even have to come see me anymore. It'll all be there for them.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it also helps Tom and Seth. We're now proactive. We always seem to be a little bit reactive.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, we're out of those, and then
Yeah.
you order, and there's the supply chain issues, right? 2 more weeks.
Well, that comes with having a guy over something. Like Amanda's son Seth now is over inventory,
Ordering, yeah.
learning all that, ordering. So having quantities and all that stuff, he'll know what we have, what we don't have.
Exactly.
But
We've been wanting to do
before it
this
was-
for years.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I mean, again, go back to that year perfection. You're getting there. A lot of people don't see that. And I have to say too, from my perspective, one of the gutsiest moves you made was pulling Bart and Al, who are quality builders. Which,
I
by
know.
the way, Al built mine and Becky's first house. So I had the privilege of having Al build one and Tom build one. So I feel very blessed and lucky. But
And
Or they're not
Albert
having a
built
third
the
one.
hillbilly.
That's all right.
Come on, man. We need it.
He
That
built the
mountain, baby.
hillbilly house too.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Highland.
To,
Yeah.
to take two high quality builders
Yeah, man.
that really produce to say, you know what,
Right.
we need to do this in order to get better. That's a gutsy call to take two really high skilled builders
Yeah.
off the production floor and say, okay, help teach these guys. But the results are showing, you know,
Yeah.
and it'll show continuing
It'll
going into
continue,
2022,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, Tom and I
That's-
we
that's a
struggled
huge
with it.
call.
It's like, man, what are we doing? Is this what we want to do? You know, yep. But and what we realized over the years is that it is hard to find guys like this. So you got half a dozen, but we got to build 100 homes.
Right.
That ain't gonna work. And we kept thinking that we could. They're good. Their guys are good craftsmen, but they're not total craftsmen. So we realized that now these guys can be teachers, you know, but it's just taken so much, you know, it takes that time to observe all that and figure it out and make it work, you know. Yep. Good. Gutsy move, he said.
Seriously, man, that is, you know.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm probably the most high strung of the group here. I think I'm the one that's like,
You're military.
you know,
Yeah.
it's that.
I got to rope him in all the time.
Yeah,
Simmer down.
you know,
Well, you're military too, right?
when are we gonna get that done? When,
12
what's
years.
what's the ETA? What time? You know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm just, you know.
It's good.
That's what we
Yeah.
needed, though.
I'm
Structure.
numbers. I'm just detailed that,
Yep.
that whole thing.
I
you
love
know,
it.
So,
I love it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
you know.
It added something we needed.
It does. It adds a challenge to us. You know, him and I, we work, but we're a little more laissez-faire. Well, you know, we'll work on it, get there, but we're the one ends up having to work our butt off
At the
Yeah.
end.
to make it happen.
Yeah.
So with you coming in, now we're making everybody accountable, and that's what we
On
need.
time,
what we need.
when it-
We need it.
Yeah.
A little structure.
Yeah, we needed it because we were here till 10, 11 o'clock at night, and everybody's gone home, and it's like we're trying to get a house out
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
by ourselves
yeah.
for years.
Countless.
Or a Saturday morning. I've seen you guys
Oh.
on a Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
You
Yep.
know?
Couple times.
Even a Sunday, you know,
Yes.
right here all the time.
Yeah.
It was just trying to make that financial transition, man.
Yeah.
You know, because it was always been, you know, we're playing catch up. We're building infrastructure, buying land. We got to get ahead, and you're going to get bigger. You got to spend money, and then if you're selling homes for half of what everybody is in the country, we're not making as much money as everybody else. And how do you structure this? How do you make it work? It's been an absolute miracle. Financial miracle
A lot of guts.
to make this
It takes
thing
a lot of
happen.
guts, seriously. When you think about it.
Not a bank loan, not a line of credit, nothing on this thing. It is absolutely sell a home, build it, make it happen, and keep working, man.
Yep. Never quit.
And yeah, exactly. Never quit.
Never.
The obstacles that you guys faced, you know, I mean, the forest, over budget, things that weren't expected, that you ran into, the whole COVID thing,
Yeah, working
you
through
know,
that.
the supply chains issues now, and
Yeah.
it's, you know, it was never a, well, let's just roll up, you know, and call it a good day, and we'll just go home, and that's it, the end of the business. It's like, nope, what else do we do, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, a number of times he's searching, trying to find another source of whatever it is, doors, windows. I mean, it didn't matter whatever it was. You're always looking. You know, it was neat to see that part.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know,
I've known him 20 some years, and this about 8 months ago, I seen that boy's stressed. I could see it. That's the first time I seen him, man. He's like, he was stressed before that. He just hit it.
You held it well.
And I finally seen. I told Amanda, I said, we got to do something here.
my first day working with Tom, I laughed because he'd take like 5 steps, 10 steps, and there'd be somebody there at him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we walk a little bit further, and come back and I just start laughing. What are you laughing? I said, you never once got upset at all. You just, every time somebody approached you, you stopped, you listened,
Yeah.
you answered it, and you said, you just kept going. I'm like, I was blown away. I was like, I want to work with this guy because it was just, it was that.
And he
just
built
like
2 houses on the
cool.
side too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
On top of being
Big house
a
on the side.
supervisor
Yeah.
and-
so say hi to your mom and
The
dad.
biggest.
Oh, hi, mom and dad. Yeah, my family's up. From Florida, so.
You built
You
the
gotta
first
say
OG
more than
two
that,
story.
Tom.
You're on the
Well, that
spot.
Tom's like,
okay.
okay.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. It's got to be my dad's birthday's coming up in March. Happy birthday.
Oh,
I was on the video,
Aw.
so
yeah.
yeah.
Aw.
Yep.
Hi, Tom's family.
Yep. So, thanks for having Tom for me. I appreciate it. Yep. He's this massive. Yep.
Just be
All you
thankful
guys are. You know, I've just
crossed
known him
trails.
longer. That's all.
So
But
just be thankful you guys crossed trails.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got fired off a job and he heard our screaming, so he hired us on.
That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not everybody's heard the story, but we're literally packing up tools.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, "What happened? I got fired." I said, "Bring it over here." I wouldn't miss a day.
No. They were in a house framing, him and his brother-in-law and his brother-in-law's brother. So they're in there framing the house. I look up there, and they were right next to the house I'm building up in Gatlinburg. And I look up there, and they said, "What do you think?" I said, "You might want to kind of reinforce that a little bit." They'd never built a log cabin before, and they were building one.
3-story deck.
Contracted it out, and they'd never built one before.
Yeah, and that was like '97, and it's still up.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
And I said,
Still there.
"Are you guys builders?" "No, this is our first house, first everything." And I'm like, "Okay." And I thought, man, that is gutsy. I said, "You know what? They wanted it. They'll figure it out. I could tell they'll figure it out."
Yeah.
And they did. Like I said, it's still there and
Yeah,
growing, man.
Yeah, we got fired because we had personnel problems.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the upper supervisors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get along with so well. So
They were full of energy, full of, and I'm like, all right, now I like that. I can feel it just humming, man.
Yeah.
And over they got fired. And I said, "What's going on?" "I got fired." I said, "You get your tail right over on my job site right now." And we killed it. It was just, And his management said, "Oh, I let them guys go." I said, "Yeah." I said, "But I work for myself." I said, "Them boys are mine, you know."
Yeah, he owned the property in their subdivision, but he owned the lots. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
That
Sisson
works out.
did, the guy I work for, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
You guys are partners, right? Kinda?
You know what? I work for a great guy, Jim Sisson of Sisson Log Homes, and he said, "Hey, Randy," he says, "let's buy lots and build homes and let's go." That's okay. So he financed everything. He said, "I got a guy. We got 4 or 5 lots up there at Mountain Shadows,
Yeah.
and he bought 5 or 6 lots." He said, "Design the house you want to put on it." He said, "I'll pay you to put them on it. You run everything, do whatever you want, and then when it's done, we'll sell it." And then he said, "After we pay all the bills, then we'll split the profit. How's that?" And I never heard from him. He said, "Have a good time. Bye." That's it. I hired the guys I wanted, and he trusted me so much with money and payroll, and I was so meticulous about, hey, this is how much it's going to cost. Is everything good? He said, I really don't want to, just do whatever you got to do. I trust you. And he ended up loving these guys, and they got their own contractor's license. And the guy was just wonderful. He was just great. Jim Sisson, he was just a great guy. Yeah. So, and we split profit and done.
Yeah.
Never questioned. Not one question he ever said to me, nothing. We never had a contract. We never had an agreement. I remember one time when I first met him, I was sitting there and somebody told him about me, and he said, "Let's go to lunch." And we're talking, and I had a job that went bad, and I had to walk away from it. It was so embarrassing. And I was telling him, I said, "Hey, I don't know if you really want me or not." I said, I was young, and I said, that's happened, that happened. While I'm talking, he's like going like this, and right like that. And I got done, and I said, "Well, Jim, I said, probably now you don't really want to have anything to do with me, but it's good meeting you." He ripped it off, and he said, "Well, that worked right there." He gave me a check, $15,000 written in my name. "That's what's this for?" And he goes, "Let's do some business." I was all right. And man, it was on for the next 15 years.
Yeah.
He gave me a check. We built for him, I don't know how many homes, and it was never a contract, never a crossword. He didn't even ask for a receipt. He didn't want nothing. I said, "What do you mean do?" He said, "Do whatever you want with that money." He said, "Let's get going." I said, "All right." And that's what happened. So that's been my philosophy in business. With you guys, I give you, just do it. Let's just build it. I trust you. I know who you are.
Yeah.
Let's just go. And I've done it in Brothers Cove when I had the company there. We built 73 homes and not one contract. You want a house built? What kind of house you want? I go over it. I never had a blueprint bigger than an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Drew it out on a piece of paper with my pencil, my ruler, like I still do.
Yeah, you
You
still
know the
do.
funniest thing is?
Yeah.
What?
I'm probably the last customer you drew with a crayon.
With a crayon?
Yeah, my house over here in the forest. We came in, we sat in the Hobbit house because
Yeah.
it was over here. It was summertime. They had the air on. We sat and drew with a pencil and a crayon. Does that look good? I said, "Works for us. Here's some money." They videotaped us and we walked around and that was the end of it.
Huh.
Mike built our house and here we are today.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
know?
And that's the way I like doing stuff,
Yeah.
Somebody said you need a better contract. I even had a customer said that my contracts are not professionally written by an attorney, and I said, yeah, we kind of know.
I think the
You know?
contract we had with the handshake was just good enough for me.
But I told the guy it's only good enough is between the two people that agree on this
correct.
contract. I've seen contracts that thick.
Worthless.
And if I want to walk away, I am walking away.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to make me do anything I don't want to do. And I've seen guys walk away. We always fulfill them, of course, but it's not that piece of paper that keeps us working.
Right.
It's how we're wired,
Yeah.
you know. And you guys are all the same way, you know.
Well, it is cool too, because you and Tom both are very laid back in the sense that when we come to work, like we have the agenda, but we run what we're doing, what our specific group of guys or the yard or whatever, his inventory room, we do it, and there's no micromanagement of that. Like you guys are just, what do you need? Do you need something? We can come to you, but you just trust us
Yeah.
to do what's supposed to be done and get done, you know,
Yeah.
which is pretty incredible today.
Hey, what's the hardest thing that you've done here? What's the hardest, mentally, physically, or whatever? What was the biggest challenge or the hardest thing you've ever? All of us, we'll go around and find out. What is the toughest thing you've ever had to
Tom.
do?
Yeah. Start with me.
Yeah.
Let's start with you. Yeah.
Figure I'd feed off and get some answers from other people.
I don't know. Yeah.
I guess the amount of energy it takes to do what we do. I mean, from startup to where we're at now, and you know,
Like
24
mental energy, almost.
Yeah,
right?
mental. Work physically has never been hard.
Right.
You know, we can frame the barbell or whatever
Yeah.
on the side of mountains, but to have the mental fortitude has been the toughest challenge. 24-hour shifts and doing everything we do and still having complaints out there and making mistakes, and you know, whether it's water leaks or whatever. That's probably the hardest part for me. Trying so hard and still falling short in some areas.
Yeah.
But
That is disappointing.
yeah.
It takes the wind out of your sails, don't it?
Yeah, no matter what we accomplish, because we don't even see what we accomplished when we're too busy.
Yes.
Doing it.
Yeah, trying to fix stuff or keep from making mistakes and stuff like that. You know, but we're getting better. That's why putting these guys where they're at, hopefully we'll eliminate all that 100% and everything will go smoother and everything like that.
How about you, Bart?
Same thing. It's the
Should I do it?
challenge.
See,
Yeah.
answer and then
Oh, come on, get original.
All right. Well, it's.
How about you get hit with a head? You got hit in the head with a beam a couple years ago.
Get over that.
I watched
That's back the next day. That's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
there
That's
was
a,
somebody leaned a big beam up
Oh,
on the big board.
Yeah, hit you right in the head.
It was
It's
like
a small
10
concussion.
degrees that
It's not-
morning.
Oh.
Mark's trying to shut
Two
it.
feelings
and on
of
top
dread,
that,
that's
just
all.
Whack some.
No,
Sent it to
it's
the
just-
ground.
it's trying not to ask more of someone than you think they can do, even though, you know what I'm saying, it's just tough
Yeah.
to get, okay, you know, I know what I can do, I know what I want to do, I know how I'm going to do that,
Yeah.
and you can show someone to say, okay, do it like this, and you know, they might do it like that, they may have their own way, I don't care
Yeah.
as long as, but it's like
There's
him,
a
it's
lot
like,
of
I am
different ways.
terrified I'm going to miss something, it's like,
Yeah.
I can go through a house, I'm like, okay, this is tight, but now I'll let Tom walk through there, swear, he'll walk right in and go, you missed that, I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta be kidding me.
Randy does to me all the time.
I know it.
Not
But
always good.
yeah, but you are, and it's not that. It's just it's like and David Rodriguez come up with that. That's what we started doing our punch list. I'll do a killer punch list, and I'll here Dave, go see what I missed.
Yeah.
And he'll walk in. He may find something. He may not, but
Yeah.
he may find something. And
Yeah.
it's tough. That's what you. That's what's so hard. Is
Oh.
just sucks the wind out of your sails. Like I had it. Or if you got somebody that you got to trust your guys. At some point, if you think you've taught them right and you turn them loose, like, okay, do it. And you sit back like a dad, you know, and you're watching and you're so proud when they get it right. But when you don't, man, you feel, it's like one time, the other day, Tom said, made so much sense to me. I said, it was my fault. He said, no, it's your responsibility. It wasn't your fault, but it is your responsibility. So that kind of clarified it. So,
Yeah.
because I beat myself up over that. He said,
Yeah,
no,
sure.
yeah, it's your responsibility, but it wasn't your fault. You didn't not do it or do something.
Yeah.
Well
But
said.
yeah, but it is
Right.
your
I
responsibility.
got that
So-
from somebody else.
but it's just true. I mean, yeah, but I mean, you got to remember that, or you'll beat yourself to death.
Yeah.
That's been the hardest thing for me, is the stress, going home. You say, I'll go home and relax. I'm like, I don't go home and relax. I think about this place 24/7. I'll just put it out there right now. I do.
Good.
Try to relax, but you're like, okay, what did I
That's what we
miss?
want. We want you stretched,
Yeah.
turning gray every day.
Yeah, that's where it's. He said that before.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Hair color.
You guys remember when Randy said that? He said, "I want you guys stressed." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh God,
Oh,
I'm
you
so stressed."
sleep less, and
Yeah.
you're in the morning ready to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Always on the mind.
You need to die here.
Yeah.
And if you are sleeping, you're dreaming about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Tom said, the physical stuff, I can do that. I've always been able to handle it. It's
Yeah.
the mental,
I know.
what did I forget, what did I not tighten?
God,
Yeah, and then these
Yeah.
guys feel it too. I see that.
That's
But
my everyday.
every
missing
day,
stuff.
man. Yeah, that's the
That's
hard
the
part.
Yeah.
Really, and I don't want to let you guys down either. You guys are important to me as a team. Al and I and Will are working. We're cohesive, and Dave too. And it's like, whew, I need you guys. I mean, I really do. I'm not asking because I need you. It's like, hey, where's this at? What do I do? Help me out.
What was the big thing? And I told these guys when we started this, and I said, listen, now it's almost like in the military they had it's like a brotherhood in a way, So to me, a brotherhood is you're honest with each other, and if we want to make this company grow and be what it needs to be, there's no hidden nothing.
Right.
So you mess up, or I mess up, it's on the table, and everybody comes on.
Yep.
And so pretty much most of us have had our pride shot down, cut up, and you got to stick it out and say, I'm sorry, and let's do better, and you don't walk away. Because we're not against each other. If you're getting criticized, it's because we need you to step up to the table and do better, and we're here to help you get there. And I know I've lost my temper. You've lost yours?
Yeah.
Well, you lose it all the time.
Wait a minute. I might take second place. Man.
But it's been good to be able to say, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't have done that. And it takes a lot, as competitive as all we all are, to do that. So.
But once that's addressed and it's okay. We're back on the same team. It's just more of a lift up to support. So that's the cool.
And I've learned to just say it. You come in, I said it. You come in, said it.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to do, you come in here. Yep. And you got to handle it the way you got to handle it. You got to go out. We might need to get a sledgehammer and a tire to beat on after we say it, just to get it out of us or something like that. But to me, that's rare. You got to have that. You just don't run off.
Right.
So it's a commitment, I think, to be in this circle right here. It's not for everybody out here, and it's going somewhere. It's anyway. I could get into it more, but I think it's kind of cool.
I think he kind of politician his way out of that. What's your hardest part?
Oh, my hardest
You
part.
diverted.
Yeah, he diverted that. He didn't answer his hardest part.
Deflected.
Good
He
one,
had to
Tom.
jump back.
Deflected.
didn't he?
Deflected.
Good dog.
Deflected the
All right,
answer.
you're up.
Oh,
You're
I
up.
think he
hardest
probably
part?
knows what it is.
Yeah.
How do I say this constructively?
Nice.
Just say it. That's all.
My whole hardest part, and I had seen somebody on a video talk about this, some guy that you would never think was wired like that, like a UFC fighter, and tough and everything. And he said, he said, I'm sensitive, I'm sensitive to stuff. And I'm too sensitive. I'm sensitive to people's feelings, comments, not like things not going like the way we just talked about, customers. And I've never, in Brothers Cove, I had 73 customers over 8 years, 10 years. Here we got 73 customers in 6 months, 5 months, 4 months. And the average of pleasing every one of them is harder to do because there's more of them. And what we're doing, we're growing and all that stuff. So my hardest thing is there has been some people that we built homes for that have just about taken me out. And I didn't think anything could ever take me out. But mentally, that's been my biggest challenge. Of people that we have done precise, beautiful work for. And then I've never had to get used to YouTube and Facebook and comments and slander and stuff. So I don't watch any of our videos. I don't look at any of the comments. Only ones I look at is Amanda prints them out and their questions. They destroy me. And that's my Achilles heel. Anything else? It's like we all said, physically, well, I'll dig a ditch from here across the street. We'll make it happen. But man, I don't know if it's wired, as your kid growing up, everybody knows my mom. I love her to death, but we had a challenge growing up with each other. you know, kind of negative person. I love her to death and miss her to this day, but this is why I'm wired, so I'm very sensitive to that. I've been called a racist. I'm like, oh my, how can I be a racist? It ain't there, but I've been called one, you know, and it just about shut me down.
Sure.
Yeah, and I didn't think that was, it creeped up on me quick, and I didn't think it was going to do that, you know. Thank God for Amanda. I'll talk to her about it, and, you know, of course, you guys know, she's on, you know, she'll come back with me and say, no, you're not going to think that way. You don't need to think that way, and think about what you're doing, and, you know, and stuff, and encourage. And that's why you all being here as a group, you know, Tom and I aren't alone with this stuff, you know, and we're able to bounce this off. And then I know that, hey, you've tried, I've tried, I've tried on this one customer or what we're doing or the situation, and it shares the weight, you know. And so that's why I needed you guys here more than anything, is because I'm just wired to, them things bother me.
Yeah.
And now they don't bother me as much,
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
you know.
Well, they have to go through certain people before they even get to you.
Yeah,
Ideally,
Good.
yeah.
you know, a lot of problems are taken care of.
Yeah, my phone number went out there to everybody in the
Yeah.
world, and I did that. You know, we were in the backyard, and I'm keeping notes on the side of my truck, phone numbers and everything. And so when I got on the video, man said, I just put my phone number out there.
Sure.
I wanted calls. I want to make this business run. People were calling me and texting me, and I still got a lot of people that call and text me from years ago. But then when the customer gets my number and they text me at 2:30 in the morning that they're angry with me over something I had not even got a clue, or maybe we did mess up. But the way I'm wired is I would leave right then to try to fix it,
Right.
and it was too much, you know, because it was just intense, you know. That's been my biggest challenge. Not one thing ever have I ever been physically challenged at a point where it says I can't physically do something.
Well, you know, in most businesses, the people don't get directly to the owner. You know what I mean?
No.
It's
yeah.
usually you got 2 or 3 layers to get to the owner.
Yeah.
You know, and you have that structure here. It's just we've got to get the people to understand that, you know, and as big as the company is now, I don't say you're removed from it, but you're focusing on the things you need to focus on to grow the company.
Yeah.
That the day-to-day operations really falls on that guy, you know, on Tom, and Tom gets his information from us. So, and it's made a big difference. It made a big change.
Yeah,
You
it
realize
is,
that.
and it's not dissected into that point yet, because we both carry the same weight. He's carrying a whole lot more day to day, because I'm trying to do marketing, sales, and design and stuff
Exactly.
still, but we're still involved in a lot of the same things. But yeah, it's just a young company, new. You know, the owner does everything. You know, we all do everything. You do everything. You know, and I don't feel like I'm an owner. I feel like we share this. You know, but yeah, it's just been. It's been tough, and I never thought it would come to that point, you know.
Yeah.
But to be called a racist, and I was like, as much respect in my whole dynamic of living on this earth is that you treat people the way you want to be treated, and I've never had a thought in my mind about any race, any gender, anything.
Yeah.
Never in my mind. I mean, we've hired people that's been, you know, we don't care, work, I don't care what you are, you know.
As long as you're
So-
a human being, you can work.
Yeah, that was tough.
That works.
Then Amanda, yeah, like we don't want to get into the, you know, everything. There's just been a lot of, you know,
Interesting stuff.
yeah. Amanda's East Tennessee girl, buddy. So the only thing I wouldn't say is I wouldn't cross her, or go against somebody she cares about.
She carries
Yeah.
a gun.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's been my hardest thing. How about you, Albert?
I built for years. I enjoyed everything.
Yeah,
Supervising though, it does its mental. It's you
Yeah.
want to just make sure everything gets done. And that's hard. Like you're out there trying to. We got to get these houses moved, and if they don't get moved, the next day they have to be moved for the next day to continue what we got going on. And
yeah.
yeah, it's a little different.
Is it hard? Was it a hard thing for you to give guys something to do and then come back and it didn't get done, or you didn't do it right, and you're frustrated again?
Yeah, you get frustrated, but you just stop and see what happened and keep.
And then you know you got a time frame and you got
Yeah,
a budget
that's-
to sit in and you got to get it out, and
Yep.
it's like, ah,
Yeah, that's a little bit of a struggle. I mean,
yeah.
but they all get on board eventually. So it gets done.
Yeah.
Maybe not, that first hour of the day. We all like to have it done, but it gets done. And that's why we keep moving forward.
See what I'm
Got
talking
you
about?
out there pushing it.
Yep. See, I'm talking about his personality. It's just right there.
Personality.
It's right there. Yep. Takes a lot to rattle Albert.
Yeah, a lot.
Yep. Cool. Well, your boy didn't bother you, right? Working here and
Not at all.
wrecking the truck, and then getting mad at him, and
It's another day. Hardly do that.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Of course. What?
Yeah. No, you're right. It doesn't. I don't let it get to me
Yeah.
like it does. So.
How about you guys? I mean, you haven't been here long enough to really
I
probably
think
get
my
aggravated.
toughest thing, getting those first 4 things inspected on the beach with a new inspector. It was
Yeah,
very
That
stressful
was
for me
frustrating. Yep.
because I had no idea who this guy was.
The electrical inspector.
And all I
Yeah.
heard was bad things. And then once we finally met and got on an equal page on what he wants and how he wants it done,
Yeah, and
it was smooth sailing.
they're not doing the stuff on our part correctly, so we don't have any problems.
Exactly.
Once we got that established.
That was probably the stressful part
We're
of
changing
my
the
whole time.
game plan. They tell you one thing to do, and then come back. Well, no, let's add
Let's do it
another
this
ground
way,
bar.
and
to
let's
this. You
do
know, it's like
this, and-
really you proved it first of all, and then
well, we just said okay and
Yep.
bit our tongue and moved on and swallowed your pride and just let him do what he's got to do so we can get this fixed and get it done right. But it was stressful. But once we got over that hump, it was smooth sailing from there out. I mean, look how quick the prairie went together.
Yeah,
That was like our quickest feet ever.
yeah.
and that was in
what 1 month we were.
that
done.
was them new panels we got.
That was the best
Oh,
thing
that-
we could ever do.
Yeah, the
Can I,
new
can I tell a quick story about Cardi? And I hope Cardi don't kill me for saying this.
We're done.
But we were at the beach one day.
Here, let me.
I'm gonna tell it, Amber.
Uh-oh.
We were at the beach one day, and we'll tell this on Cardi. And it was hot. It was a hot, hot summer, right?
Oh yeah.
And Cardi was done. He was like over it. He said, I don't need this crap. He said, I'm quitting. I'm going to the zoo and getting a job. I'm done.
The zoo.
Not with the done. He said, I'm done. He said, I'll go to the zoo and I'm going to go get a job. I ain't fool with this.
Yeah.
So he walked off. Me and Amber were like, God, I don't know what to say. So then we took the golf cart. We went back through. He had got him a little popsicle. And I think he got cooled off some and he felt better.
Much better.
So Cardi stayed.
Keep popsicles
So-
on hand for you.
It's the best thing kept me going.
You got a little popsicle.
Gave him a little popsicle and
Oh.
it was okay. I was
Very
like, man,
good.
Cardi's going to the zoo.
Well, that's where I was actually
Go to
gonna
the
go.
zoo.
He's at, I don't need this crap. But it was stressful at the beach. It was a lot going on up
Oh
there.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta
So,
understand one thing too. I had a job opportunity at the Knox Zoo.
yeah, he did.
Fabricator.
Yeah.
As a cage fabricator and just someone on the premises
Yeah.
to take care of the
Yeah,
property.
you should have went, man.
Yeah, but this is
It's a
better.
long drive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wants to drive.
That's a long
That's a
drive.
long-
It's
Exactly.
supposed to drive.
Not only
Yeah.
that,
Right.
Oh, you're not getting this, man. We
No.
gotta hear
wouldn't
from
have
you.
this, though.
No.
What's your hardest?
What stresses you?
Well, it stresses you.
Everybody walks
Come on.
through the door.
Yeah.
What's your hardest?
Don't look at me. Don't look over it this way.
Too,
I'm not included in that list.
Oh, okay, well, give me the camera back.
You think something
Hey,
else.
this is a breeze.
Yeah,
It's like
it's so easy.
it's like being at high school.
Yeah.
It's like being at high school, and all these guys, I've gotten so used to them, and the girls have to. Girls come over here and roll over, but then go back to work. There's Alyssa, Amber. She's over there somewhere.
There she is.
And
Yeah.
I told these girls, I said, we are at these guys' beck and call. Well, they rolled their eyes all the way back in their head. But we try to accommodate them whatever they need, whatever the customer needs, whatever Tom needs. Tom and Randy mainly, and then the guys that's come on, they know to go to the girls, and they will stop whatever they're doing and get whatever information that's needed. So we're here to keep everybody going. And I hate to say stereotypical, kind of like cheerleaders, but we definitely are. But it takes everybody to keep it going. They're kind of like football players, and we're like cheerleaders, and we got to keep it all running and going, you know.
Yeah.
So
What's your biggest struggle? Besides me.
Okay.
Look, they disappeared. Look,
Yeah.
they're all there.
Everybody scatters and going, I don't know. Let's
Yeah.
see. Probably customer comments and stuff like that
Me
that
too.
is
Yeah.
not happy. because I know we can do it. There's been times that we put out a house or something, and we were so under pressure of a timeline and stuff, and I'm so glad that we changed that, because used to we would promise dates.
Yeah.
And we all know Randy we all over at Inca and stuff, and I mean it killed us. Doing dates, because you just can't. I know that everybody wants a promised date. You just can't always do that. There's so many things that factor into that, especially now that 2020 happened with COVID and everything, the pandemic. The challenge that Tom has had of getting materials is just been insane. So there's nothing we can kind of approximate. You know, when you would get your home or the timeline when we'll start and things like that. And Randy, Tom, and I just worked on them last week before Christmas. Did a timeline on the houses. So we're trying to get it in a ballpark for you, but we can't, you know, give a specific date. But that was probably the biggest challenge, a house getting out, one that's far away, Washington State or something, and there's a leak, you know, things like that. That's just probably the biggest stress. Other than that, it's great work. None of us here care to work. All of us will work. We'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes. Tom will. We all will. We have done whatever it took to keep it going. So, that's it. And of course, you know, cash flow. I'm like the one that's ready to break legs and get on the what is it, the collector?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
They call those guys, but
yeah, what loan sharks and stuff. Yeah, I'm ready to go
Yeah.
break
They're
some
the
legs. Like, where are we gonna get
It's
some
those
money?
people.
Because the other challenge is financially is that not having a loan or not having just a money just sitting there that we can draw payroll and stuff. That's scary, and it you know this place is always on my mind. You know.
Yeah.
So that's always in it, and too, you know, it's the customer's money. It's their whole life savings and stuff. So and we recognize that. Oh, and there's Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Mr. Rodriguez.
I'm late.
Yeah.
For me, the job is great. Like I love working with Bart and Al and Tom Bryant. You know, if I need something, they're always right there. Like the communication, I think, is top notch. There's never a question there. The toughest thing I think for me, and maybe Brian, I don't know, you can share as well, is being an employee and being a resident. Okay, because living in the forest, you know, and I love the home. I love the property and grateful for what we have. But living out there with some of the people who just aren't satisfied with some of the things that ITH has done or hasn't done. You know what I mean? And they feel like, well, he works here, so we can just approach him and tell him, you know, or the perception that we have more, or we're more favored because we work for the company. And Dave's the same way. Dave has a house from ITH. That's the toughest thing I think for me is that balance of both, because I care about the people out there in the forest, you know, and in all the communities, and I like to have a relationship with all of them. But there are some that I can't because of the way they feel about the company. And you know, this is a great company, and the fact that, and I think these guys will agree, we're living on a lot, and a large lot for $200 a month, right? First you get the 2 years free, and we can pretty much do what we want with our lots, and it's not enough. It's like, well, they didn't do this, or they should be doing that, and you know, it's very tough for me to combat that, you know, because I feel very grateful for what we have, and this is a great group of people to work for. And to hear that out there, I have to distance myself from a lot of the people out there, because I can't be around that. I don't want to be around
The negative comments.
Yeah, that's the toughest thing for me. I don't know about you guys, but living on property, having an ITH home, and working down here, that's very difficult to some respect on, you know, because I believe in what's happening here, and I know this is all good stuff. And hearing the negative out there, sometimes it's a little difficult.
Yeah. That's like something I never expected.
No.
When you
That
started
hit
it,
me upside the head. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, that was a surprise.
wow.
Yeah.
We're giving all we can give.
Yes.
And giving it for less than anybody in the country. And they can't see how hard we're working, because it seems like maybe we're taking too long, but we're killing ourselves trying to get it done. And it's not enough.
Yeah.
And it's like, you almost want to wave that white flag. And that's when I get to have Tom and Amanda, and we all encourage each other, and then now you guys are here to help too. And that's why we're changing our system constantly to keep that from happening now in the future.
Now, one thing you just said, and not to change the subject,
No, go
but
ahead.
to what is moving forward with 2022?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm curious what's going to happen next year.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger and better than this year. I mean,
Wow.
and this year was a big accomplishment.
Huge.
I mean, yeah, we got another building going up.
Yeah, a brand new 60 by 260 building.
Wow.
You know, the production of the Incredibox.
Production
Um,
line.
And what? I mean, the goal is, all right, finishing everybody that's on the build list, the current build list.
You got it, man.
That they'll have their home this year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lofty goal. There's a lot of homes on that list.
Yep.
You know.
Well, I mean, you and I have. Oh, I forgot. I'm making noise. I'm thinking. I always say stuff on these videos I shouldn't say because.
No, never.
Yeah, so many people like hang on to every word, you know.
Oh,
And,
believe me.
and it's true, and it's good,
sales.
and I appreciate them doing that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, all right, she wants to know what's coming on.
Like Rodriguez.
We are going to come on to where we're just not going to build as many custom homes, and that's the first I've said it out in public.
But you said not as many.
Not as many.
So-
Yes.
So we
So
got the production line.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. We got Mr. Rodriguez, who's taking up the Amish. All right. So we still have a lot
Yep.
we're doing.
Have you become Amish?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Working on
A
it.
little bit.
Can you become Amish?
Let's see, what was their name?
for the
I don't
company
know.
day.
Tim Allen did in that movie.
What's their famous words? I see.
I see.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. So I think for the future of 2022, I love this Incredibox. I love the concept of it. I love the assembly line coming about. I know you guys do too. Tom's come up with a kind of a model that we want to start on, and we've never done model homes, and we want to do a model home. The Incredibox is one. Well, it's really the three of us.
Yeah, I
Man
just
and
said
I.
the name first, but you had to lay out. And
Yeah, it's always a team effort, but we're trying to come up with another model that we want to. It's a bigger home than that, different price range, just different everything, and we will always have custom homes, but we want to not concentrate that the majority of our company does not do customs. That we want to. David's helped us up with the Amish up in Kentucky to keep them organized and motivated, and just they need to be organized, and he's doing that up there for them. But they're not custom builders; they're actually doing model homes for us. You know, the Incredibox, our model home, the new product that we're coming out in 22, the bigger home that we'll show out here in a couple months. We'll give a debut. Tom and I are going to actually physically build that model, so the world can see it. And I think it's going to be amazing. It is going to destroy the competition for people who want a bigger home as a tiny home. I'd love you and I both, you know, if we could just build that one and build iBoxes, you know, Incrediboxes, would be amazing for us. I love customs because they're creative and all that stuff. But you guys all know this, I'm preaching to the choir, but when you have a custom home, man, it is out there, and the time frames and the amount of inventory and all the headaches that come with the custom home benefit when we're done and we get to see it, but it's a challenge. So we are trying to take our contracted subs that we have raised from nothing out here, and they're beautiful craftsmen now, but they're limited to about 5 or 6 of them to where they'll do our customs. And we want to concentrate on more models. And the reason we want to do models is because we can build them faster and people aren't waiting so long for their homes. We can do them. We can do models that we know are efficient, cost effective, and out there. And I know the whole world does that, and they've got these models. But the way we're going to do it is going to be so much different than all of our competition. They got 5 or 6 models that people are choosing from, and they build 8 or 10 of them a year of each one and whatever. We're not doing that. No, I want to feed the country with affordable housing. That's my dream, is affordable housing, and I want to feed that bottom echelon. I love building bigger homes. We're just builders. We love building. We'll still feed that. but I'm hoping to change the dynamic of the company where it's not relying on custom so much, but we rely more on the production of getting these homes so fine-tuned. I'm so excited about our production line and about these Incrediboxes. And Incrediboxes can change. If we want to put a different flair on it, we offer another Incredibox for something else. And we throw it out there, you know. And I'm excited about doing that for efficiently, a low cost, and to think about in the years to come, the word will be out on the street. Did you get an Incredibox? Oh my God. And everybody's like showing pictures of what they did with their Incredibox.
Yeah.
And it's in tiny homes to me it's a part of the homeowner having an in on it, and just like you did.
Yeah.
You took your
Well,
box
that would
and
seem
him and his wife turned it into something. I think that's tiny homes.
Well, we just took your little input of being on the beach and tried to make it upscale. Like here's what the beach should look like. Here's what a beach house should show you.
Yes.
And she had the vision, and I just threw it together for her. You know?
Yeah, and that's part
It
of
worked.
That's what I love about tiny homes. It's different than the whole competition out there because everybody's taking a tiny home from beginning to end, a spit, shine, boom, beautiful. You just move your stuff in. I like doing it and having the owner put their equity in it, their DIY a little bit. We did
more
all of it. We
personal.
did 90% of it, but now they can add their flair, just like Paula Jackson's doing. You know, and a lot of other people out here. And that's the future to me, where I want to take the company. We all benefit more. We build more houses and more cost effective. We just, you know, so man, to answer your question, that's where I want to go for 2022. Yep. And I want it to look, and everybody got here, I want this place to look spit shine, that this you could eat off the floors, the supply rooms, everything. It is in order and it looks nice. And we got a remote control gate that you got to come in to get in this place. And it is set to where it is a beautiful, run, timelined, nice factory, nice place to work. And it's still not just a cookie cutter place. It is still custom, it is still personable, it still have the spirit that we want of competition and productivity and caring about our customers and caring about our future. And then I want this company to be able to share its success with the people that work here. And however that works in the future, you know?
Like,
Yep, that's where I want to go.
well, we're all on board.
I know you are.
We're
I
not
know
getting rid of us that quick anymore.
Yep.
Before you could, but not anymore.
Yeah.
So
So,
stuck with us.
well, we'll look at this video in a year from now. We'll see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Yep.
go.
All right. So
Yeah.
goals for this year. The goals. Do we have? I mean, I know I said a lot right there. And but the goals for the upcoming year. But before we get that, I want to introduce Dave. Dave got in here late. This is David Rodriguez. Hi. And him and his wife live here. He come here. He's
Randy,
helping
what's
us.
his wife's name?
Juanita. Twyla. Twyla's his wife's name. You didn't think I knew it, did you?
I didn't think you knew it.
It's Twyla.
A.K. Julia. That was her name during the build.
Yep.
Julia.
Yep.
Julia.
Yeah. But Dave, I'm glad Dave come here. Dave's from a commercial industry, supervisor on high rises, and knew a lot about that type of industry and organizing different ways of doing business. And he brought that element in here that we're all learning from his experience. It's like we're learning from a lot of other guys' experiences in here. But I'm looking forward to this year. Will and I were talking about Dave this morning about his how we can use his expertise further along as we grow as a company, and what he's going to help us with. And we're going to discuss that with Dave. But Dave's only been here a couple months, 3 or 4 months.
3.5 months.
3.5 months. Yeah. So and he's a homeowner here. So the goals for 2022, Tom.
Building, production line, unveiling of a new. I don't know
Line.
what you say it without
Line.
saying it.
Style.
With a new line, with a new property prospect, right? I guess
Yep.
you'd say.
Okay. Yep.
Of course, the mountain, getting it done. Like we got
Yes.
Forest,
Yes.
Beach, and Prairie. So concentrating on knocking
Mountain
the
getting
mountain
done ASAP. Done.
And then, yeah, once we get it done, then we can open up more of the mountain, right?
Yes. Open up more of the mountain
So you
later
have
on.
places to put more homes and,
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah, organization, continuing the year of perfection, cause
Yeah.
we didn't quite, we're never perfect, but keep
Yeah.
going towards that goal.
Work for it.
And hiring more guys and getting more stuff done. And I look forward to what the Amish can do up in Kentucky, what they can produce
Yeah.
once they're on a model line. I mean, being custom and in another state is tough when you got windows and doors and materials and sidings and all this stuff is really impossible to get, you know, all the time. So
Yeah.
having them in a production models would be great to see.
Get that ironed out
Yeah.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, will they be able to do any ESP homes? I know that's a challenge.
No.
They can't do those off property.
No,
Only done
It's
here.
too hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd have to have a guy like Dave live up there.
Set up.
You know?
It's not
It's such a
hard.
specialty
It's
build.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's
Being
just difficult.
so far
Yeah.
away. So.
The learning curve on that, we just leveled out on it.
Yes.
Now we know what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
cranking now. It's taken a while. Yep. Well, that's cool. That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Bart, what do you want to see? What's your goal?
Completion, tying up loose ends, efficiency, expansion, hiring more, getting better, especially efficiency, getting more and more and more and more efficient, because that's where it's at. For
I
me.
don't. I haven't. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what are the goals we could check off. 2022, we got it.
The mountain complete.
Let's do that. Let's
Mountain and production line, right?
mountain complete, production line
Building.
Right.
going, the building that we got to
The new
build.
building, yep.
All the sheds built.
All
Oh,
That's
Hey,
2025.
The current build list completed.
Completion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge.
Build
Right?
list.
Done.
You're talking
Now.
everybody that's on that build list as of now, they have their house.
So we
next year.
should we should pull those numbers Monday morning
Yeah.
and have them all written out as our goal.
That's
Yes.
it. That's what we're
Right.
gonna do.
Got that taken
And
care of.
the production line is not going to slow those productions down.
No.
They are full blast. All the customs, everything we have on our list, it is full tilt. That is an addition to. That's why we're hiring different men and people to work the summer. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. You're gonna have a new inventory room, so that'll be cool to have everything over there, all the new inventory, like we were talking, the design of it.
Bigger.
Yep, bigger, more
better,
organized, more
efficient,
structured. You know.
Easier to do,
Yep.
so we know where everything is and we can get it out quicker and have the house built
I
faster.
mean, we're even gonna have the build ready to go, like the trailers. We're gonna be putting all the materials on the trailers. All the material will be right there versus, again, proactive. You know, what's going in next? Oh, it's right there. Everything's on that one trailer. It gets pulled in. The builders get everything he needs right then and there, which is something you've been wanting to do for years.
Yep.
We're gonna get that perfected in 2022.
Nice.
That'll
so-
create more proficiency and the house is getting done faster and better, because everything will be there for them. They can't go search for anything or lose time doing something else they should be doing.
Yep.
When all they should be doing is focusing on getting the house done.
Yep.
So I think that's gonna be a big jump.
The one other thing is that for 2022 that we're gonna be giving a house away soon.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Very soon.
100,000 subscribers,
Yeah, we've got
hopefully.
94.2 subscribers, 94,000.
Well, this is where our followers need to tell their family, their friends, get on there and subscribe. They could win a home.
There was a lady that put in the
Okay.
comments, and I don't
I
know, she'll know who she is, but she said, I had my kids subscribe and they're gonna give me the house.
Perfect. There you go.
Exactly, I thought that was smart.
Whatever works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we give
so
a house
she's
away.
grabbing everybody at the grocery store, subscribing, doing all this stuff. So,
Yeah, good. Nice.
Yep.
so we'll be finishing that house and giving it away.
Yep. Yep.
Potentially have a sales office up on the hill, maybe with some model homes where folks can come and see. That's something we
Like
talked
something
about.
for the
not
public
sure.
to be able to come
Yeah.
and do something.
Walk through.
Yeah. You know, because we got an insurance policy thing, they can't go into
Yes.
buildings and all that stuff. So Tom and I talked about this a long time ago. We wanted to put a catwalk across this whole thing and close it in. It's nice and safe. And they could actually walk down and look at all the homes being built. That's something we could still do and allow the public just to do a walkthrough and not even be a part of it,
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it in a long time. but that's something to be really
Something for the
cool.
public, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Maybe a post office that'll be settled.
The post
That'll be
office will be
settled
done.
this year.
Yeah, there you
This
go.
coming
Post
year.
office.
I think that has to be
Post
on the
office.
list.
Yep, the beach.
Yeah.
The beach. We're gonna do some landscaping
Yes.
in the spring. We're gonna do the boulevards. I'm gonna get all that cleaned up and done. It's gonna look nice in the boulevard.
Yes.
There'll be a lot of planting. We're gonna
Yeah.
have buffaloes out in the prairie.
That's exciting.
And the properties still are not earning any
No
rental
income.
income
No.
for another whole year. Right?
Just
All
for
of
the
2022, right, just for the forest. That's still got another year to go.
Yeah.
So there's, you know,
There's no revenue to generate,
back in,
to
yes.
edify,
No.
Right.
beautify anything. And then the beach will be another year after this summer.
Yes.
And then the prairie just started 2 years. So
Yes.
it's still a long time before any kind of residual income comes in from
correct.
these to add back to the beautification. So the only way we do that is to, if the business does well, then we can trickle in and help out, you know.
Right.
So, and that's why it's $200 a month. That's why we want people to participate and help. It's their community, and I'm wanting to help them by giving them a $200 a month rent, you know. Just be a
You know, I
part of it.
just thought of something else that you got completed in 2021 that the residents get to enjoy. You know, is the Milligan Mile.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
That
yeah.
Milligan Mile was done
Beautiful.
all and it gravelled. I mean, the whole deal.
How much does that cost?
You know,
Ah,
I mean, that's
The
another.
gravel.
Like I said,
I
for the
gotta say
residents here, that's huge.
A
That
mile
was
of
another-
gravel,
Yes.
6 foot wide, all the way around this whole place.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
So.
And it's beautiful. It's a nice
Oh, it's
trail.
a nice walk.
it is a nice trail.
Me and my wife walk it all the time with Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
looks forward to going walks
I
with
I
us.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
it's
do it all the
really
time.
neat,
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then we got the property out back where the woods are, and you got the river. That's even starting to get better too. So
Mhm.
it's just all coming
Cool.
together.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it's gonna be like, yeah, what was this place before? Let's look at some pictures from, 2 years ago or something like that. And you're like, oh my God, it looked like that. And now it looks like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna
before
be
and
exciting.
after.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be exciting to
It'll
see.
be kind of like the Incredibox before and after.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
you know
know?
what I want to have
Mhm.
before the end of the year? Hopefully soon. I'd like to have us a place to work out. I think we all need. I'm gonna have a gym here. If you guys want to.
Yeah.
You guys
Yes,
are getting
Randy.
older.
I
And
know.
you're gonna start thinking about it.
this is the wife's home cooking. I go to the gym, but
Oh,
You've earned that.
yeah, that's right.
It's a lot of work.
But it's just something instead of running down the road, it'd be nice to just have something here to do. I like to have that as 2022, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like you to see you live in your own home.
I'm
Yeah.
right there. Yep.
I'm tired of seeing you in here sleeping.
Oh, I don't sleep. I'm in my Incredibox now.
Kills
there
you.
you go.
Yep.
Well, there's another accomplishment
Glad.
in 2021. We actually got Randy in a home.
In a home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And
struggled
it's not for
that.
sale.
And it's
Yeah.
not for
It's
sale.
Not
That's
for
right.
sale.
We're not
Yeah,
letting
yeah.
you sell it.
No.
I absolutely love that little house.
Yep.
Yep.
I think it's
I am
awesome.
so comfortable in that guy and
The
his.
funny thing, I walked in there when you told me to go check it out. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. I was like, this is a great little house.
Yeah.
And I got 2 of them. I got 2 of the best houses here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to myself saying. But to sit down and walk in there and it just felt so comfortable. I was like, this
Yeah.
is like my 24-foot house.
Yeah.
Like it just, you feel right in it.
Yep.
Like when we first walked into our 24-foot house for the first time, and we came down and did the floors and stuff. We just stood there for like 20 minutes, just looking around, like, this is great. This is awesome. We can't wait. And then we started moving everything in. And here we are today.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. I'm excited about. I don't know what people pay for homeless homes, nonprofit organizations and stuff. I've seen Arnold Schwarzenegger just bought 25
Right.
tiny homes, and I'm like, what did he pay for those?
Yeah.
And how big were they? How efficient are they? All this stuff. And I'm so excited about this. We could cut that in half. And I've seen homeless, homes half the size of that.
Yes.
And I heard they were paying $15,000 for them. And these are on trailers and everything else. I'm like, the world just don't know about us.
Agreed.
And
They will.
to me, it's a calm before the storm.
and it's a house you can pull behind a regular pickup truck.
Behind a regular pickup truck.
That's the most amazing thing there.
Yeah, so we'll see where the Incredibox is in a year from now. Oh my gosh. It's
Probably want to mention let's see, Friday. Is today Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
tomorrow is the show coming on Saturday? Jenna's
coming
show?
So Jenna is Tiny
Let's know what
House,
it's called.
Tiny House Giant
Giant Journey.
Giant Journey.
Okay, tiny house,
Yeah.
giant
Journey. All right, so Jenna
Jenna. Yeah.
had her film crew come here, and they're gonna put out 2 videos. One video is Friday. I don't know what time Eastern
Oh,
Standard Time.
it's on Friday.
It's on Friday.
Okay,
So
Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So the video's coming out tomorrow about us and our company.
Nice.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
with
Yeah. I
yeah,
remember that.
and then within 2 weeks, they're gonna debut a home that was featured here.
Yep.
And so they'll feature that house,
Mhm.
and then but we got 2 full videos coming on her,
That's awesome.
and her channel's got 1 million subscribers.
Yep.
1,000,001 because I subscribed last night.
There you go. So
now-
thank you, Jenna.
Yeah.
And we want to welcome her subscribers too. We want
Of course.
Yeah.
for them to enjoy her channel
Yeah.
and but ours too. So,
Yeah, so
we
we'll trade
welcome
100,000 for a million.
them.
Trade
Yeah.
1 to 10.
Yeah, she texts me, and you can tell. I can almost tell. I don't know. I can tell people in their texts, their personalities almost, and super easygoing, pleasant, complimentary of us, and it was just, yeah. So I think her personality, her coming here, sending her crew here, and having an interest in what we're doing. So I'm curious.
Well, I want to give all the credit to Martha.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
only
she's the
reason-
one
that's
who
the
called.
only reason Martha is the only reason that she came.
Yeah.
Out here. So I just want to get. She's a homeowner
Yep.
of ours
Yeah,
in the forest.
thank you, Martha,
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
calling
thank,
her and
thank
telling
you,
her.
Martha.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
the only
she
reason.
said, yeah, I've been getting calls, to come out here and film you guys, So
That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I think other people had attempted, but she took
Yeah.
Martha on her. So
Isn't
thank
that
you,
something?
Martha, for doing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we got
Appreciate
a
that.
cheerleader.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a happy customer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. Good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, and then tomorrow night we're gonna New Year's Eve blast. We're gonna blow up 3 trees. So hopefully you guys will be able to be here, and we'll go live on it, right?
We're gonna try and go live. We have to go live. It's
Yeah.
we got to do
It's a
it.
mess.
We have to go
If
live.
we can't
So
keep the traffic on that side of that barrier.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna be on
Yeah.
that side of the barrier.
Yeah.
I just have to be where I can get some Wi-Fi.
They'll be at my house.
Yeah, I'll be stealing from
Yep.
Will and Becky.
There'll be a few people at our house.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you've never seen anything before, we've been doing this for years. I don't know how many years I've been blowing up a tree. We blow up a Christmas tree every year. I dig a hole in the ground, put it in the ground, we decorate it like garland as firecrackers. We put bottle rockets, we put mortars, we put god awful big stuff. Right there's 2 crates full of stuff is going on the tree. So mortars usually go in a canister and they go boof. These go pew everywhere. So everybody's usually hitting the deck and
And I had never heard of it before, but Randy, tell the story how it started with you and your boys.
yeah, so when they were little, I hated a Christmas tree being in the house after Christmas. My mom used to keep it up till April, Easter.
God.
Oh, I don't know, I hate it. It's like clutter on the countertop. I can't stand it. So I wanted to get rid of it, and I thought, you know what? I want to decorate it on Christmas Eve, and then I want to kill it on New Year's Eve. That's it. So I said, let's get it outside and decorate this sucker.
There you go.
And we blew it up. Of course, my boys love blowing up stuff, and so we did it every year.
That's every year.
Yeah.
Nice tradition.
Yeah. So.
That's cool.
Yep. Well, thank you guys for taking the time out to do this. We got a whole new year coming on. I know last year we set some cool goals and we really accomplished a lot, So thanks for bringing that up,
Yeah.
talking about what we've done.
I think that you and Amanda both ought to be proud of yourselves for what you've accomplished. Seriously, and Tom, I mean, you're right in there too. You right from the very beginning. This is awesome. I know for me speaking, I'm personally grateful to be working here and have work for you guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm sure these guys, but you take a lot of hits. You took a lot of negative comments, and I know you take them personal, and both of you, and but you ought to be proud of what you've accomplished. You just look out there, in just a few short months, 160 homes occupied by people. Nobody else has done that in the country.
Yeah.
And next year you've got another at least 60 across the street. Not to mention the ones you shipped out. So that's a big testament to your all's fortitude. So
Thank you. It's nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep. And of course, I want to tell Amanda, thanks for being with me and helping me, and going through everything that I've gone through, because she feels everything I feel, and she's been been a rock all the whole time. Started in her backyard, and to think that she wouldn't be a part of this is just no way, you know. So I'm just glad there's an environment for her to be able to grow and be a part of this. And we all got crazy personalities and all that stuff here, but it's just working. Like she said, I'm glad, because she told me before she liked the whole high school, being in high school thing. And, you know, when she walks in the door, and Tom tells it, you can say it, as soon as she walks in the door and she brings that loud personality in, it's like, hey, everybody, the day's gone, man. It's on right now. And we needed that kick to just like, yeah, let's go. And I don't know if she really realizes it, but when you come in here and you're not like that, if she's in a bad mood or something happening, it's hard. So we're that close of bringing everything in, so, and relying on everybody's, you know, but her bringing in, so Amanda, you got the gas pedal in here in this office, you know what? So it's a responsibility that she has to keep us guys going, you know, and our you know, the day, the energy of the day, you know.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Yeah. All right. Well, we're done. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know if you like hearing this kind of stuff, you know, about a company and the personalities behind it. I don't know of any other business or company that opens up everything and shows what we're doing. You know, we've showed inventory. We showed how to build homes. We show what we do, what we go through. We don't show everything because it would not be probably ready to go on YouTube. You know, we got hot heads, we got foul mouths sometimes, we got crazy stuff that go on here, and we have been on here almost 6 years now, Amanda?
Yeah.
And there's no script, there's nothing, and I don't think we've ever really come across a controversial subject or a word that has been said that's been, hey, we wish we could retract that. And I think that's amazing to be on over 1,300 videos. And except for when I raised you up on that four-wheeler and it raised up like that, she said a foul word, man.
Well, yeah, because most of the videos are live.
Yeah.
I mean, for 6 years, they were pretty much all live.
All
They were
live.
for a long
it's only
time.
now we're pre-recording.
All live and nothing really said. Remember
And we never edit these. These are pre-recorded,
Yeah.
but they're not edited.
No, there's a
That's
punch
true.
and play.
No.
Yep.
This
I remember
is
we
it.
had the strangling python skit that we did.
We know what happened there.
We used to put on skits and all that stuff. Everything was ad lib and everything. So I don't know. I think that's kind of cool because you know we don't dance around. It's who we are. We care about people and we don't degrade races, gender, people, personalities, or nothing. You just don't go there. That's not where you go. We're about living and accomplishing things. You know. So I think that is a testament to all the physical words that we've spoken that we have been, you know, on. Yeah. Yep. And believe me, I got a million thoughts going through my head and what I would like to say, and you know, one thing you caught me, I think it was maybe 1 or 2 times, we had done almost a 30-minute video. You know what she did? She went click, she goes, okay. We're gonna start this one over, okay?
That wasn't long ago.
Yeah.
He went down a rabbit hole and
Yeah.
I went, okay, so we're not going to say any of that.
And that was like, thank you.
He spiraled, man. It was like,
Yeah.
no.
I said, thanks, Amanda. I appreciate that. She checked me. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow on our New Year's Eve bash we're going to have here. I don't know when it's going to come on, but do your notifications. Subscribe to this channel. You're up for a free house. It's getting built right now, and we will be giving a house away. So hopefully you can be a part of that, and you'll watch us give a house away to somebody of one of our 100,000 subscribers.
yes.
So, thanks, everybody.
And we welcome 2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.